The problem with BMI actually is that it does a pretty good job to describe populations. You see, so if you want, for instance, to document the prevalence of obesity, and if you look at global population, for instance, if you look at the United States, there's more diabetes in the United States because the BMI, there's been a shift in the BMI. So to describe globally what's going on in the United States, the BMI is doing a pretty decent job. Problem with BMI is when you want to assess a single individual. So regarding the added value of measuring waist on top of the BMI, I think the ultimate study is the recent publication by the group of the Mayo Clinic, remarkable pool analysis in a huge sample of 650,000 individuals. And over the follow-up period, they had a little less than 80,000 deaths, so they had huge statistical power. And in that study, they showed, again, when looking at the BMI, they showed a nice J-shaped curve. So if you have a very low BMI, increased mortality, again, the lowest mortality risk in the ballpark of 25, and then the increased mortality risk. But what they did, because the sample size was so huge, is that within very narrow categories of BMI is to divide those subgroup into sextile subgroup of waist circumference. And then within those BMI subclasses, you see a very nice progressive increase in mortality risk associated with an increased waist circumference, showing beautifully the added value. Actually, it shows that if you're not measuring waist, you don't know what you're assessing in terms of mortality risk if you only rely on the BMI. This is, in my opinion, the most powerful study that has been published so far on the added value of measuring waist on top of BMI in clinical assessment.